Good day, viewers. Welcome to our live review class. We will be looking at some past common entrance questions so as to help students prepare for their external exams. That's the objective of this live class. And I'll be doing such classes from time to time so that students can then take notes that will help them as they prepare for their upcoming mathematics external exam. So let's look at our first question, which is a line that cuts a circle into two equal parts is called a dash. A line, a line that cuts a circle into two equal parts is known as dash. This is a circle and this is the line. So the question is, this line that cuts across this circle into two equal parts, what is it called? Is it called a chord? Is it called a circumference? Is it called a radius? Or it's called a diameter or a segment? The answer is diameter. So whenever we see a line that cuts across the center of a circle, the correct option is diameter. All right, let's look at another question. Let's look at another question. Look at this question. Write in figure. Write in figure. Four 4,000 4,705. 4,705. Write in figure 4,705. So this is it. 4,705. This is the unit, tens, hundred, and this is the thousand. So write in figure 4,705. This is what we have as our answer. Let's look at another one. The prime numbers between 50 and 60 are dash and dash. The prime numbers between 50 and 60 are dash and dash. The prime numbers between 50 and 60 are dash and dash. To start with, what is a prime number? What is a prime number? A prime number is a number that can be divided by 1 and itself. A prime number is a number that can be divided by 1 and itself. So prime numbers have just two divisors. Prime numbers have just two divisors. So let's take a look at this. So between 50 and 60, the prime numbers between 50 and 60 are 51 and 53. The prime numbers between 50 and 60 are 51, 51 and 53. 51 and 53. These are the prime numbers between 50 and 60. These are the prime numbers between 50 and 60. Sorry, I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. It's 53 and 59. Sorry for that mistake. It's 53 and 59. 53 and 59. Now these two numbers can only be divided by 1 and itself. These two numbers can only be divided by 1 and itself. Let's move over to the next question. Let's move over to the next question. Let's move over to the next question. Let me write it on the board. The next question we have here is change 75% to a decimal. Change 75% to decimal. Now this is what we do. Change 75% to a decimal. We say 75 over 100. Whenever we hear the word percent, it means out of 100. Out of 100. That's what percent means. Out of 100. So when we see 75%, it means 75 out of 100. And that is why it is written as 75 over 100. So we are going to change it to a decimal. Hence, we have 2 zeros at the bottom as the denominator. We are going to correct the numerator, which is 75, into 2 decimal places. From the right to the left, 1, 2. So our final answer is 0.75. We have successfully changed 75% into a decimal. and that is 0.75%, and that is 0.75%. Let's go to another question. Let's go to another question. The other question say, what is the place value of 4 in the number? What is the place value of 4 in the number 1476.25, in the number 1476.25. Now, if you look at this number very well, this is a decimal number because it has two parts, the whole number part and the decimal part. Any number after the decimal point can be read as a decimal number or the decimal fraction part, while the numbers before the decimal point can be read as whole number. So the focus here is 4. The focus here is 4. So we are looking for the place value of 4. Now, the place value of 2, that is after the decimal point, is 1/10, while 5 is 1/100. Now, before the decimal point, the first digit, which is 6, is units, tens, hundred, thousand. So the place value of 4 in this number is 100. Or simply put 400. So the place value of 4 in this number is 100, or write it in figure, which is 400. Let's go to another question. Let's go to another question, and that is, let's go to another question. The next question is, find the LCM. Find the LCM of 18, 27, and 36. Find the LCM of 18, 27, and 36. Jared, come and work this problem. Come, let's work this problem together. The LCM of 3 into 36 should give us 18. 2 into 36 is 18. Now let's look at the number that can go next. What can go next?
3 can go into this 2, but cannot go into 18.
So we are still using what?
2.
We'll still use 2. 2 cannot go to 9, so we'll bring down
9. 2 cannot go to 27, so we bring down 27. And 2 to 18 is 9.
9. So what factor is going next?
3.
3. 3 to 9 is what?
3. 3 to 27. 9. 3 to 9. 3.
What factor is going again?
3 can go. 3 to 3, 1. 3 to 9, 3. 3 to 3, 1.
What factor can go?
1. 3, sorry. 3 to 1. 3 to 1.
So we have gotten our factors for 18, 27, and 36. Let's bring them out.
2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3.
So 2 times 2 will give us what?
4.
4. 4 times 3.
12.
Okay. Times 3 will give us what?
12
12.
times 3. 36.
12 times 3
36.
will give us 36.
36.
So 36 times
3
3.
will give us
3 times is 18.
16.
Right?
8.
Carry 1. 3 times 3, 9. Plus the 1, 10.
108.
So we have 108. So the LCM of 18, 27, and 36 is 108. That's the LCM. 108. All right. Let's go to the next question. Is it still wet?
Yes, it is a little bit.
Let me touch water. All right. Our next question is, what is the product of 5.2 and 1.3? What is the product of 5.2 and 1.3? Now we have decimal numbers here to multiply. When they say product, it means what? Multiplication. Now in this case, we are not going to multiply it with the decimal points. We are going to
remove the decimal points
and multiply it as whole numbers. We are going to multiply it as whole numbers.
Then when we are finished, we count how many decimal places it is.
So we are going to so how many decimal places do we have in this number?
2 decimal places.
Beautiful. So write it out. 2 decimal places. All right. 2 decimal places.
Or short form 2DP.
2DP. Thank you. 2DP. So we now multiply it as whole number, which is 52 and 13. 2 times 3.
6.
2 times 5. 3 times 5.
15.
15. 1 times 2.
2.
2. 1 times 5.
5.
5. 6.
7.
6. So what do we do to this answer?
We count according to the decimal places we have, which is 2 decimal places.
From our
right hand side
to
the left hand side.
To the left hand side. So let's go.
1, 2.
So our answer is what? 6.76. This is the final answer. So the product of 5.2 and 1.3 is 6.76. We are going to the next problem. Clear the board. Let's look at the next easy before we start everything. Easy. So our next question is, what angle do the hour and minute hands of a clock form when it is exactly 9
o'clock
9 p.m.?
9 o'clock p.m.
All right. So what angle do the hour and the minutes?
Hand.
So this is our clock. All right. This is 12, 6, 3, and 9. So
this is long hand, which is also known as the minute hand. And this is the short hand, which is also known as the hour hand.
Beautiful. So our clock is a complete 360 degree. So when it is exactly 9 p.m., we can say 1/4 times 360, because the complete circle is 360 degree. So 1 times 360 will give us 360 divided by 4, and that is what? 90 degree. So when our clock is in 9:00 p.m., we can say that it's in angle 90 degree. It's in angle 90 degree. Let's look at question 9. Whiteboard. Easy. Our next question is, express 615 in Roman numeral. Express 615 in Roman numerals. Roman numerals. So Jared, this is 615 in Arabic.
Yes.
How do we get the Roman numeral of this figure?
First of all, we look at the first number, which is 6, and it is in the 100 part. And as we all know, 100 is C and 500 is D. So we say that D plus C, which is also known as 500 plus 100, is 600. Then 15. And this DC, we put them together so that it becomes DC. It's no longer D plus C. And the 15, 10 is X, and 15 is V. So we say X plus V is equal to XV, or you can say 10 plus 5 is 15.
So we have here XV, which is 15. So in conclusion, Roman numeral for 615 is DCXV. Excellent. DCXV. A Roman numeral for 615 is DCXV. Let's move on to the next. Let me do the cleaning this time around. right. Our next question is approximate 50,679 to the nearest hundred. Approximate 50,679 to the nearest
hundred.
hundred. Jared, can you do this for us? To the nearest hundred. 50,679. This is the unit, tens, hundred. So our attention is in this, but we are going to approximate 7. So plus 1.
To 6.
1 to 6.
Which is 7.
So our final answer will now be what? 50,700. So in approximating 50,679 to the nearest hundred, what we have as our final answer is 50,700. The reason is because 6 is in the 100 part, or in the 100 column. 6 is in the 100 column. So we are going to focus on the tenth. Assuming 7 is below 5, we would have leave it at 600. But hence the digit we have in the tenth is above, is higher than 5. We change it to 1 and give it to the 100 digits, which is 6, giving us what? 7. And that gives us 50,700. Let's go to our next. Clean gently. Let's look at our next question. All right. Our next question is if x square equal to 169. If x square equal to 169, what is x minus 5? What is x minus 5? Now look at this problem critically. If x square equal to 169, what then is x minus 5? We begin by looking at the square root of 169. So we say x equal to the square root of 169, and that will give us 13. X equal to square root of 169, 13. So because 13 times 13 will give us 169. Now that we have seen it as 13, what do we do next? They say what is x minus 5? So we say x equal to 13 minus 5, and that will give us what? 8. That will give us 8.
So x is equal to 8.
X minus 5 is equal to 8. Let's look at the next question. In the next question, we are going to look. The question says we should decrease 2,000 by 20%. Decrease 2,000 by 20%. Thank you. Decrease 2,000
by
5. sorry, decrease 2,000 naira by how many percent?
20%.
By 20%. So we are going to decrease this 2,000 naira by 20%. We start by
The percent
20.
which is the percent
20
percent
over
100.
Beautiful. 20 over 100. Because whenever we hear the word percent, it means over 100.
or divided by
100. Excellent. Times 20,000.
2,000.
Sorry, now I always call 20,000. So times 2,000. So are there numbers to reduce before we multiply?
Yes, 0, 0.
0, 0. What else?
This, and this. This 0,
And
this
this.
0, and this 0. Yes.
How do you want us to do it? It's either you go this way or you go this way. So which way do you want us to go?
This way for me.
We should take this to reduce this.
Yes.
So this 0 kill this 0. So we are left with 20 times 20 naira. 20 times 20 naira. So we are multiplying now. Will you multiply it for us?
Yes.
We are multiply. Let's see.
0 to 0 is 0.
Beautiful.
0 to 2 is 0.
Beautiful.
2 to 0 is 2. No. Yes, it's 2.
Really?
No, 0 I mean, sorry.
Anything multiplied by 0 is 0.
Then 2 times 2 is 4.
4.
0. Bring down 0. These two zeros. 0 plus 0. Sorry. We add in this part. 0 plus 0 is 0.
Hold the pen.
0 plus 0 is 0, and 0 plus 4 is 4. 4.
Write it well now.
Oh, this one. 4. We don't put the 0 because 0 is nothing.
Thank you. So 20 times 20 naira is what?
400.
400 naira. So remember, the question said we should decrease 2,000 naira by 400. To decrease means what?
To reduce.
So we are going to subtract 400 from 2,000 naira. All right? We are going to subtract 400. Let's see. Wait. Okay. Let's subtract 400 from 2,000. 2,400.
0 to 0, 0. 0 to 0, 0. 0 to 4, impossible. We carry 1 from 2, it becomes 1. 0 to 10 to 4, 6. 1 to 0, 1.
So what do we have?
We have 1,600 as our final answer.
So in decreasing 2,000 naira by 20%, what is our final answer?
1,600 naira.
1,600 naira. Let's go to the next question. Gently wipe the board. Let's go to the next question.
Gently.
The next question says, evaluate 6 square minus 5 square plus 5. Evaluate 6 square minus 5 square plus 5. Evaluate 6 square minus 5 square plus 5. Now we are going to apply the rule of BODMAS. Alright?
Yes.
We are going to apply the rule of BODMAS. This is plus. There's an invisible plus here. And this is plus. Alright?
Plus.
So let's start with 6 square. 6 square is what? Meaning 6 times 6. And that is what? 6 times 6.
36.
36. Next is we are going to add it with this 5.
Yes. 36
and
plus
that will give
5.
us what?
40.
36 plus 5 will give us
41. Sorry.
41. So next we have 5 square. 5 square means what?
5 times 5
5
equals to 25.
25. So we are going to subtract 25 from 41. How to know? The next question says find the rates. The rate percent. That's under simple interest.
What? Simple interest?
Yeah.
Wait.
The question says find the rate percent. Find the rate percent of which will what?
Yield simple interest.
Which will yield
Simple interest.
simple interest
Of
of
25 naira.
25 naira on what?
200 naira.
On 200 naira for how long?
For 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
2.5 years. Find the rate percent which will yield simple interest of 25 naira on 200 naira for 2.5 years. Now this question wants you to look for the rate percent. This is the focus. The question is not asking you to look for the interest. The interest is already given as 25 naira. The question wants you to look for the rate. Now, if the question wants you to look for the rate, the formula is 100 times 1 over P times T. If the question wants you to look for the rate, the formula is 100 times 1 divided by principal. P is principal times time. Now we have principal in the question. The principal is 200. The time is 2.5 years. And the I is what? Interest is what? 25 naira. So when we put all these values together, it will give us the rate. We are going to know the rate. So this is how we do it. So we say R equal to 100 times the interest 25 naira all over the principal is what? 200 times the time is what?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. Now we are going to rewrite it. Let me see. I hope this place will carry us. It will carry us. Now, what do we do? Next we say 100. This 100 times, stay where you are, 100 times 25, all right, all over 200
times
200 naira. Let's convert this mixed fraction to an improper fraction. So we say 2 times 2
4
plus 1,
5
so times 5 over 2. So we deal with this down first.
Yeah.
Let's deal with this down, which is 200, all right, times 5 all over 2. Are we following?
Yes.
200 times 5 divided by 2.
There's an invisible one here, right?
You may use it or you may not use it. All right, let's see if we can divide first before we multiply. 2 can divide itself. 2 can still divide 200.
Yes.
So 2 divide itself is what?
1.
2 divide 200 is what?
10. 100, sorry.
100. So now we have what now? 100 times 5. Remember, we have not touched yet. So we now go this way. We say 100 times
5. 25, sorry.
25 over
100 times
5. 100 times 5. 100 times 5. Look at this number well. Are there numbers we can kill them?
Yes.
Are there numbers we can divide?
Yes.
Okay.
5 to 25.
Beautiful. Still look well.
5 to 100.
If 5 go to 25, if 5 divide itself is 1. If 5 divide 25 is 5 now. Okay, let me take it the way you have explained it. 5 divide itself.
1.
5 divide 25.
5.
So we have now 100 times 5 over 100 times 1. Are there numbers we can still divide? Are there numbers we can still divide? Look at this number very well.
100 to 1.
Look at the board well.
Oh yes. 0 kill 0.
Okay.
We are left with 10 over 10 times 5 over 1.
Okay.
10 times 5.
Look at that number very well. We can still divide numbers there. Look at this number very well. We can still divide numbers there. You have 10 oranges and you are sharing it to 10 persons. What will be left? Each of the 10 persons will take how many?
5.
You have 10 oranges and you are sharing it to 10 persons. Each person will take how many oranges?
10 oranges.
There are 10 persons here and you have 10 oranges. You have to share it. Each person will take how many?
Take 1.
Why do you say 1?
Because you cannot give them 5. It will not reach everybody. Like you have to, cannot give them 5. 5.
There are 10 persons here and you have 10 oranges. And I say, Jared, go and share these 10 oranges. How many will each person get?
It's 1.
1. So we have 10 oranges and there are 10 persons here. What is the answer?
1. Oranges, 10 persons.
I am waiting. Should we start afresh? 10 kill itself. 10 kill 10. So what is remaining here?
5/0.
5/0. Do you see 5/0 there? What is this thing called? What is this called?
Percent. Sorry.
Read it well.
5%.
So read the question.
Find the rate percent which will yield simple interest of 25 on 2 of 25 naira on 200 naira for 2.5 years.
So what is the rate percent?
5%.
5%. Look at this board very well. Let's start all over again to explain it. To find the rate percent, the formula is 100 times 1. How did we get this 100? Whenever there is a percent in a problem, 100 will come into play. Whenever there is a percent in a problem, 100 will come into play. That is why we have 100 here times I. The I here is what?
The I is
I stands for what?
the
P stands for what?
principal.
T stands for what?
9
I stands for what?
naira.
I stands for what?
Principal times 9. Okay, it stands for 2 and 8.
I stands for what? Read the question and tell me what I stands for.
Find the rate percent which will yield simple interest of 25,
So I stands for what?
200.
I stands for what? P stands for what?
Principal.
T stands for what?
Time.
And I stands for what?
The rate.
I stands for what? Do you see any? I am asking you the meaning of this initial 25 naira divided by principal. The principal is 200 naira and the time is 2.5 years, and that is what we have here. Next we say 100 times 25 naira divided by 200 times 5/2. How did we get 5/2?
We change this 2.5 years to improper fraction.
And that is 2 times 2, 4, plus 1, 5/2. And the down part is 200 times 5/2. We need to look out for numbers we can divide before we multiply. So looking out for numbers we can divide, 2 divide itself.
1.
2 divide 1, 200. 100. So we are left with 100. This 100 here times 5. And that is what we have here. 100 times 5. So this 100 times 25 naira is this one.
Yes.
100 times 25 divided by 100 times 5. And that is what we have here. 5 divide itself. 1. 5 divide 25. 5. 100 divide 100. 100 divide 100. So we are left with what? 5. This 5 here. And that is what? 5%. So the rate percent which will yield a simple interest of 25 naira is how many percent?
5%.
5%. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to the next question. The next question is subtraction of fraction. Rather than playing, give yourself to study. Give yourself to study. Thank you. All right, the next question is find the difference between find the difference find the difference between 13 whole number 2/5
and 2 whole number
1/3. So when they say different, Gerald, what does it mean?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. So 13 whole number 2/5 minus 2 whole number 1/3. What do we do?
You first minus the whole numbers.
All right, which is 13 minus 2, and that will give us what? 11. What next? Now there is an easy way to arrive at your answer. There is an easy way to arrive at your answer. Now we have 11. You can say 2/5 minus 1/3. This is how to arrive at your answer. You multiply 3. Cross multiplication. You bring down your whole number. 3 times 2 is what?
3 times 2 is 6.
6. Put your subtraction sign.
Yes.
5 times 1 is what?
Is 5.
Is 5. Then multiply your denominators. 5 times 3 is what?
5 times 3 is 15.
15. So we have 11 whole number. 6 take away 5
is 1.
1 over what?
15.
15. Study it. Any question? Rather than going through the looking for LCM, when the denominators are, how will I put it? When the denominators are odd numbers, when the denominators are odd numbers, you simply multiply. Assuming the denominators are even numbers, it would have been easier for us to get our LCM.
We could have taken one of the even numbers.
We could have taken one of the even numbers, maybe the biggest one, or we draw our LCM chart using the division method. But since the denominators are odd numbers, we do what? We multiply to get our LCM. Let's see. No, it's okay. The thing is still wet.
Okay.
Let's look at 2 more problems. All right?
Okay.
Then we call it a day. Tomorrow, if time permits, we continue from where we stop. Okay, the next question say Josephine bought a bag of garri for 320. Josephine bought a bag of garri for how much?
320 naira.
320
Naira.
naira, and sold it
For
for
400 naira.
400 naira. Question:
What
what
was
was
her
her percentage profit?
Percentage.
What was her percentage profit? Do you still remember the formula for percentage profit, Jared? Do you still remember the formula to find percentage profit? The formula is P times 100 over CP.
Cost price.
P is what? Profit. CP is what? Cost price times 100. Remember, we are talking about percentage. Whenever you hear percentage, you work with 100. But we must first of all get our profit. We must first of all get our profit. It is the profit that we use to work this percentage profit. All right?
Yes.
Now, to get the profit, do you remember the formula?
Profit is equals to P minus.
Look at, how do we get the profit? Profit is simply SP minus CP. To get your profit, you say SP minus CP. SP means what? Selling price. And CP means what?
Cost price.
Cost price. So P equal to, which is profit, all right? Profit equal to, from the question, what was the selling price, or what is the selling price? Read it and tell us the selling price. How much did she sell the garri? Read the question and tell us how much she sold the garri.
Josephine bought a bag of garri for 320 naira and sold it for 400 naira. What is her percentage?
So how much did she sell the garri?
She sold it for 400 naira.
So the SP is what? 400 naira minus the CP is what?
320 naira.
320 naira. So what is the difference? What is the difference? 400. Take away 320. 0, 10 to 8. 0. So the profit is what?
80 naira.
80. So we come up now to look for the percentage profit. We have gotten the profit now, which is 80 naira.
Yes.
So at this point, we are looking for, the question say, what was our percentage profit? So the profit is what? 80 naira times 100 all over
320.
320 naira. So let's divide first before we multiply. Let's
0 kills 0.
0 cancel 0. Now this is 32, this is 10, and this is 80. 2 can go here, 2 can go here. If 2 go to 32, it will give us what? 16. This marker will make me end this class now, don't worry. When 2 go to 32 is 16. 2 go to 10 is what? 5. So now we have 16 here, we have 80 here. 2 can go to 16, 2 can go to 80. 2 to 16 is 8. 2 to 80 is 40. Now we have 80, we have 40, we have 5. Leave this 5 first, because 8 can go to 40. How many times?
5 times.
Excellent. 8 to itself 1, 8
8
to
to
40 5.
5.
So we now have 5 times 5,
which is equal to 25.
25%.
So the
Percentage profit is 25%. That means Josephine made 25% profit on the garri. Do you understand?
Yes.
So we are going to end our review for today. Yeah. We are going to end our review for today. Yeah. God's willing, God's willing, we are going to continue tomorrow if we have a fair weather. I hope you enjoyed today's review class on past common entrance examination question. The objective of this review is to help students, to help learners overcome the fear of mathematics before sitting at external exams regarding mathematics. When learners hear mathematics, they get scared. But this review will help them to know that there is no need to be afraid. It's a matter of putting in practice, continuous practice. So tomorrow we are going to continue. Bye bye from Doreen's classroom. Gerard, what do you have to say?
Bye bye from Doreen's classroom.
Did you enjoy today's review?
Yes, I did.
All right. So see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?
I thought you were going to press. Going to press something. No, say cancel. Can you do it?
No. Okay.